Hello and welcome back to the top 100 maps of all time with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB, you're very welcome. And today we have reached number 42, the 42nd best map of all time as voted by you. Remember, that's not a really bad score, that is an exceptionally good score because there's over 50,000 maps on the workshop. We're looking at the top 0.1% of all maps now. We are in that area. This one, a little bit similar to yesterday's map. Yesterday's map was a first and only map. This map is a second and final map. The creator didn't make any further beyond this, which is a real shame because when you're creating maps that are in the top 100 of all time, yeah, it's a good sign that you're actually a very proficient, beyond proficient, an exceptional creator. So, okay, what have we got today? Well, at number 42 with a 90.75% approval rating as voted by you, it's Fairhaven by 42. See what he did there? Clever. Yeah, sort of. Anyway, it requires 19 items off of the workshop, so not too many. Mass transit, you will need mass transit for this one. Amongst those 19 items off the workshop, we'll be using the Stray Cats Territory Homecoming theme, the Relight 2 Natural LUT, and I think there's a Ultimate Eye Candy or something like that. A couple of slightly obsolete because mods move on. Assets not so much, but mods will move on. This map was released in April of 2020, so it's about 3 years old already. 3 years since you know what, eh? Currently has 886 subscribers. 154 of those have marked this map as a favourite. It has a 4-star rating on Steam from 59 votes. And I reviewed this in episode 913 of What's Map, where I gave it 4 stars for aesthetics, 5 for detail, 5 for gameplay potential, and amongst many of the maps on this 100 list, I'm going to mention, I won't always mention it, but I will mention today, it was on my shortlist for the Map of the Year series, if not the shortlist to be Map of the actual year. Well, Map of the Year shortlist is the exceptional maps, the ones that stand out, that I think are maybe top of their category, that kind of thing. Anyway, Start Square, I think, is here. Let's have a little look. Yep, Start Square is right there. So I think the most interesting route we could take would be this way. Over this water feature. Take a left and then another left. That, I think, is going to be our route today. At least I hope that's going to be an interesting route. We'll soon find out, won't we? So, right, yeah, so 42, just another one of those creators who, have we got the simulation running? It doesn't look like we have. Now we have, there we go. Yeah, another one of those creators that just has an eye for a map. Their first map, Nordlinger Rise, I don't recall that much about it. I'm pretty sure it isn't in our top 100. Pretty sure we did review it, and it might have been an okay map. I can't remember it being an awful map. It's not one of those maps that sticks in my memory as being a mistake. So this one, though, this one does. I mean, I don't have strong memories about it, but I do remember it as being a good map. If you said to me, well, do you remember Fairhaven? I would have said, oh, I remember that being a good map. I don't remember much more beyond that, if I'm honest with you. We've got plenty of buildable space, there's no question there. And an interesting aesthetic with the way that the trees and the resource painting, that kind of thing has come together, where you've just got a very slightly unusual aesthetic to the map. Not in a bad way. Not necessarily in one of those ways that makes you go, oh, I've got to play this map because it is so unusually aesthetic and brilliant. But it's in a really good way. It just feels right. Another little bridge there over a little water feature, which we'll come back to. Nice sweeping interchange here. With I mean, this I found interesting, or I find interesting. Talking points. That's all really, isn't it? Talking points. Good height for the bridge. Yep. we're on a winner. Although, is it just one way? Of course it's just one way. This is one way on, this is one way off. And that's the... Yep, it seems to all connect up. I thought for a moment I might have missed something. Intersection marking tool is in operation. We could talk about chevrons at another date. We're not going to talk about them today. I'm pretty sure regulars to the show will already know what I was going to say there. I'm not going to. Not today. Today's not the day for it. Right, now what we have down here at the start square is an incomplete, unfinished intersection. Really interesting the way that's been done. I think this is new. It does say on the workshop that they've done one or two fixes. I think we've got a little bit of a glitch situation there, but again, I can live with this. I don't recall this being like this last time round. I do remember intersections being incomplete. Don't remember this one being incomplete. Now, it's just the start square intersection. Did we make it? No, we're still moving. Sorry, I'm going to keep going. I got all excited about that intersection. Yeah, that's going to stop traffic coming from this direction until you buy into that tile. And then you can unlock by upgrading the intersection itself. Big old bridge. Everybody loves a big old bridge. Of course, really very nicely done. Sweeping around as it comes back down to ground on the other side. We hit the next intersection. Again, another sweeping intersection down by everybody's favourite factory. Probably going to have to write some more tunes for Cities Skylines 2. Probably. And then down this way we have the start square. And what's not to like? What is not to like? Something about this is actually the way that this, again, it's not the first time we'll have seen this. It won't be the last time we've seen this. And I may not have mentioned it previously. But the way that this roundabout just starts a little bit in from the river. We've got this bulk of trees preventing you or discouraging you from building that side. It feels that this is unobstructed build space, doesn't it? It feels like it's unobstructed build space. We don't really have any highway. In fact, that's what it is. The highway is tucked away here. So you're not seeing any highway. And it's just saying, oh, well, which way do you want to go with your roads? It's really inviting. Really very inviting indeed. Highway goes off to the edge over that way. Highway goes off to the edge over this way. Not before going through some custom tunnels. There they are. Little fluke in there and little fluke out the other side as well. Now we do have some little featurettes, what I can tell here. First of all, we have this little loop over bridge, which I don't know, is this some kind of old toll? Maybe, I'm not sure. And then this leads down to the essential lighthouse. Ah, isn't she lovely? In orange, there she is. A little log barrier around there as well to hopefully stop you falling off the cliff. Quite a nice little thing. Not often see that being done. Another essential lighthouse over here as well, without the log barriers. And then you've got an island out this way too, with, yes, you guessed it, another essential lighthouse in red. So that's all very nice. Also, we've got the track that leads from the pier all the way down to the lighthouse over there. Harbours. We've got these breakwater style jetties. Not harbours so much, are they? But jetties. A little bit different. A little bit different. And then the river. Let's have a little crawl up the river. Don't remember too much of the river. Remember the jetties, remember the bridge. This is a slightly quirky looking little river and lake system. A little bit different. Again, the castle. Ooh, it's the castle. Including, was this a jetty? Or is that formerly part of the bridge over to the mainland? Only, oh no, I would say that's a fishing jetty. This, to me, is probably where the bridge was. Clearly, that's a nice little touch. Gotta say, nice little touch. Right, then, let's say the way that the resources have been done, we've got these weird. Oh, I mean, they're not. There aren't lines, but they're kind of. You can feel almost like sediment lines running through the map, which here we get very, very clearly over here, and it just gives a real. And also the way that the lake and the river there have been done, it just is a slightly unusual aesthetic that really does work. And we've got what here? Oh, of course, I forgot about this. The dry ski slope. The dry ski slope. Yep. If you watch the original review, I actually go in first camera mode down here just to show what it would feel like to actually take part on this. Yep, a dry ski slope. I think that's a first and only. I don't recall anybody else ever doing one of those. I mean, actual ski slopes, yeah, classically, famously, but not that so much. Rail depot. Having a little float around. Little feature areas, just take them in. A little abandoned village there. Was there anything else? Is there anything we've missed? Oh, right at the top there's a castle. We might finish on this one. There's what's that over there? Hang on, before we go and look at the castle. Oh, is this a quarry? Yeah, a little abandoned quarry. Also, hi. I think that's deliberate. If it's not, it's really interesting foundations. I like that. But anyway, yes, there's a castle at the top of the hill. Let's have a little look up at you. This is a nice little shaped castle. Again, believable in stature and location. Yeah, I could say that works. Is there anything I've missed? I don't think there is. It's just a nice big buildable map, isn't it? You know, you've got the river, you've got a secondary river, you've got some interesting aesthetics going on across the entirety of the map, some excellent standards, and a very, very, very solid second map. Gotta say, I love the aesthetic on this one. So there we are, Fairhaven by 42, the 42nd. Oh, I just seen that. I just seen that, yeah. What were the chances that 42 would be at number 42? Wow. I'm so busy looking at the map, I'm not looking at the coincidence. That is a heck of a coincidence. Well done, 42. Right, well, that is it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with the 41st best map of all time. It won't be by 41, I know that for sure. So join me for that one, and make sure you have hit the like button, subscribed, notification bell, all that stuff. And a big shout out to all the BonBon buddies on Patreon and YouTube membership for supporting the channel. Without you, I wouldn't be here. Thanks for everything. I've been BonBonB, and you've been very, very welcome.